My brothers and sisters, what is going on? Steel Sermon in the house on this Thursday evening with another video. And as I always say, if you're enjoying the channel, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted down below in the description box. Just going to come on here and I'm going to talk about two things, two great things with the Pittsburgh Steelers that happened within the past couple of days outside of training camp. So, the wait is over. Our number one wide receiver on this team, as so it seems, number 18, Diontae Johnson, has just got extended to a 2-year deal worth up to $36 million over the next 2 years. And personally, I think this is an extension well deserved. You know, I was critical of Diontae Johnson before, so were a lot of other Steeler fans, you know, in the early phase of his career, the first couple of years, because, you know, it's true. We gave him the nickname Diontae Dropson, you know, for a reason. You know, he had trouble hanging onto the ball. He wasn't able to come up with some clean catches. He had 20 drop passes in 2020, actually. He had a lot of drop passes towards the end of the season, actually, and I'm not going to say that was the main reason that, you know, we faltered down the final phase of 2020 with that 11-0 record that we had. You know, there were obviously a lot of other reasons but that definitely hurt us a little bit. But then you go to last year. Diontae Johnson had a lot of pressure on him in the spotlight. You know, we were talking about, can he be a number one guy? Can he improve from last season? You know, is it time to move on from him? Is, you know, 2022 going to be a prove-it year for Johnson if he has another down year in 2021? Well, thankfully, Diontae Johnson was able to limit the drops. He only had 5 drop passes all year last year, came up with some really big plays in the clutch, worked on his route running ability, worked on competing for some tough catches, and I really do think this guy has taken the bull by the horns, and he has earned, at least for right now, being our best receiver on the team. So, a lot of Steeler fans are stipulating, you know, oh, you know, we should have paid him $20 million a year. Oh, well, yeah, we should have paid him $20 million a year. You know, we should have done this with him. Should have given him more years on the Steelers. I'm not going to say he's earned $20 million just yet, because of those 2 down years that he had in 2020 and his rookie season. But I can easily forgive 2019 because, like I just mentioned, he was a rookie in 2019, so I can easily forgive that. But yeah, you know, 2020 obviously with those 20 drop passes, but thankfully Johnson upped up his game in last year. 5 drop passes, and in my eyes, he was the most improved player on the team last year. And I really do think that he earned this extension. $18 million, I think, is perfect for him right now. So Diontae Johnson will be donning the black and gold for the next couple years at the very least, which leads me into what I want to talk about, the main premise of this video. Our genius general manager, who I am proud to call this guy our general manager right now, and he goes by the name of Omar Khan. It is incredible what this guy has done for the Pittsburgh Steelers in about 90 days. You know, we're talking 3 months that this guy has been our GM now, and look at what he has done. He's been a part of the Steelers since 2001, actually, so he's been with us a while. He was an assistant under Kevin Colbert when he was here, but he got promoted to GM, which I'll be getting into in a little bit with the in-house promotion stuff. But this guy, in just 90 days as being GM of the Pittsburgh Steelers, he gave Minkah Fitzpatrick a fantastic extension. Well deserved of that. I believe he is the highest paid safety in NFL history now. Minkah Fitzpatrick got extended. Chris Boswell got extended for 4 more years just recently. Amazing. You know, Chris Boswell has easily been one of our most important assets on this team since 2019. Pretty much ever since he became our kicker. He's become one of our most important assets, and he's extended. Then he goes out and gets Larry Ogunjobi from the Cincinnati Bengals to fill in for Stephon Tuitt, who just announced his retirement. Larry Ogunjobi, another great run stopper to put up on that defensive line, that already stacked defensive line. We sign him, brings him in on over here. And now he extends Diontae Johnson, cancels the holdout talks, and he has really now all the motivation in the world to play like he's a number one receiver for us. And that just leads me, with Omar Khan. I mean, like I said, a lot of Steeler fans, I would have given $20 million a year, I would have done this. Omar Khan knows what he's doing with the cap. This guy, if there's one thing that Omar Khan is, just an expert with, it's financial, it's the financial stability for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's the cap. This guy has done a phenomenal job making sure that the Pittsburgh Steelers don't exceed the cap, that we're spending the right kind of money, that we're not overpaying or underpaying players, and that every player's contract is justified financially. Omar Khan has done a magnificent job with that. And that's the reason why, while I'm not the biggest fan of in-house promotions, okay, I've said it in the past, pounded that into everybody's head. I am not the biggest fan of in-house promotions, But if there's one guy to give an in-house promotion to, it's Omar Khan. Why? Because when Kevin Colbert was our GM, this guy was an assistant for us, and he helped out Kevin Colbert with all the financial stuff. But seeing that he's been with the Pittsburgh Steelers since 2001, and now that Kevin Colbert stepped down, it's kind of like we're getting a brand new GM. Because while I did like Kevin Colbert as GM for this franchise, the number one thing that I did not like about Kevin Colbert, and I think a lot of Steeler fans can agree with me when I say this, he was way too laid back and conservative when it came to the offseason. And whenever we'd sign someone, it was like a no-name or it was a cast-off from somebody. We were very quiet in free agency, and quite honestly with some trades when Kevin Colbert was here. But then Kevin Colbert all of a sudden starts to spend like crazy in his final offseason as GM and his final free agency stint as GM. And I think Omar Khan might have something to do that, because now that Kevin Colbert's gone, Omar Khan has his own way of being a GM. Like I said, with Kevin Colbert, he was like laid back, conservative, not doing too much, sitting on his hands almost. In comes Omar Khan. This guy's like ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. He's got all his ducks in a row. He has everything organized, everything planned out, and he knows exactly what to do. And you love to see it, man. You really do. That's probably my favorite thing about Omar Khan, is that he does, he knows what to do with financial stuff, but he is also super organized. And it's such a breath of fresh air to see a GM be like that. Because what's it take in order to build up a foundation, a stable franchise? Obviously putting a good product on the team every single Sunday or the occasional Monday or Thursday whenever you play. But the root of it is having a smart GM, a competent front office, an aggressive GM, and a money-smart GM who knows what he's doing and understands today's philosophy in the NFL. And that's what Omar Khan is. And I am very excited to see it, man, Because what was the biggest headline with the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into 2022? Big Ben retired. What are the Steelers going to be like in the post-Big Ben era? What are the Steelers going to be like, now that they don't have their franchise quarterback anymore? Well, the offense looks significantly younger. We fixed up the offensive line a little bit. So we kind of filled up a few cracks that we had in the offense. Our defensive line got better. Now we have a number one receiver, and we got a bunch of other young receivers to complement Diontae Johnson, like George Pickens and Calvin Austin. We maybe have our next franchise quarterback in Kenny Pickett. We have a bridge guy in Mitch Trubisky, and we have a running back entering his second year in Najee Harris, who had over 1,000 yards on the ground in his rookie year last year behind that garbage offensive line. Now granted, most of that stuff that I outlined was Kevin Colbert stuff. But Omar Khan is kind of like taking the controller from Kevin Colbert, and he's playing better than him. He is far more aggressive than him, and I absolutely love it. That's why I like this particular in-house promotion. But I think another thing, and I know this video has gone on long enough, but one more thing I want to mention that I really like about Omar Khan. This guy, he does not take any prisoners, man. He holds everyone accountable. He makes sure that everyone is in check. He makes sure that everyone is doing their part. And when they're not doing their part, he will make sure that they will take responsibility for what they're doing. This guy slaps the table. And that's something that you need to see out of a leader in a GM. He may not be the best public speaker, but this guy knows how to hold everyone accountable. Because I was watching his press conference from the other day, and he was answering questions, that the reporters had. Like I said, he's not the best public speaker, but I really don't care about that. The main one, Diontae Johnson, actually. Reporter comes out and asks him, so, Omar, have you spoke with Diontae Johnson about the fact that he's been holding out lately, and what have you been talking about with him like that? And instead of throwing him under the bus, and instead of completely calling him out in front of, the entire public and possibly creating more drama, Omar Khan said, the conversations between me and Diontae Johnson are between us. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something along those lines. The conversations that we've had, I've had conversations with him, but we're keeping it between us. Obviously, he's a very good player, and we want him to be here. But what's said between us will stay between us. When I heard Omar Khan answer that question like that, I thought to myself, this guy gets it. Because I can guarantee you any other GM probably would have thrown this guy under the bus, and he would have made some kind of passive-aggressive comment towards it and trying to make himself seem like a narcissist. This guy understands how to keep his players in check and to not make it seem like that there is a massive outbreak of drama coming in with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's getting these guys' heads on straight, and that is what a general manager has to do in order to keep a stable franchise. And I applaud Omar Khan for that 1,000%. This guy is our GM, man, and I'm very excited to see it. Who knows? We may not be as dominant as we were, in the Big Ben era. I don't think we will personally. But we could be in for some really good years in the post-Big Ben era. And it's all thanks to the front office, the Rooneys, and especially Omar Khan for steering the ship and guiding this team into battle. Omar Khan, way to go. You are the freaking GM of the black and gold, man. And we are, and I think that I can speak for the majority of Steeler fans when I say we are excited to have you here as GM. Keep up the good work, my friend. Keep up the good work, Mr. Khan. And that'll do it for this video. This video's gone on long enough, but I can't contain myself. Omar Khan is just a magician, man. I love this guy already, and it's only been 90 days. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Links are posted down below. Steel Sermon, checking on out for the night. May God bless the NFL. May God bless Omar Khan.